The level of atrocities happening in the palace reveals that a lot of dark secrets seem to be happening in the palace that no one can comprehend and no one can understand. This is as a result of some findings that were discovered right deep in the palace of the Oni of Ife. Hello everyone and welcome to D and Z TV. At D and Z TV we are designed to give you up-to-date information of everything happening in the palace and much more. So right about now, with the discoveries that are being made every day in the palace, it shows that different people have different mindsets. Different people have different mindsets concerning each other at the palace of the Oni of Ife. And most of them, as a matter of fact, do not have the legitimate plan and mind to make sure that everybody is on the same page as it concerns trying to live in harmony. Consistently, it has been discovered that most at times the women in the palace are having so much competitive spirit that has actually allowed them to remain in competition instead of being in collaboration. What these women, as a matter of fact, need in the palace is collaboration, but they end up every day being in competition with each other, which, as a matter of fact, is actually not adding any economic value to the palace of the Oni of Ife. With the Oni of Ife trying to mend peace, trying to bring all of them together, the onus still lies on them all to come together to decide to work as a team. Because when they allow each other to draw daggers at each other, at the end of the day, the weakest link will be broken. And once the weakest link is broken, things are definitely going to fall out of place and out of perspective. It is actually very eager to note that once the level of dimension come differently of how it is also possible that somehow people are going to begin to have some different forms of belief system that they can never ever comprehend as a matter of fact. Now, have you actually noticed like that these women are always trying to be very pretentious? Have you noticed their level of pretense is so deep that the more people try not to hold them, the more people still fall apart. The more people try to hold them, the more people try to make them understand, the more they are always disintegrated, the more they are always out of proportion, the more they are always out of place, the more they are always in a very dilemmatic form. Now, when you look at all this dilemma that is being faced by all these women in the palace, you know that of a truth, they have no plans to make peace. And peace is actually one of the most important things that anybody can withhold and anybody can withstand. Now, it has come to the notice of everybody that all of these things put together can actually not change the way they look at things and the way they reason. Their level of reason constantly has actually really changed. Now, if all of them decide to actually work together, they can actually do much more than this fight that they are always fighting each other right now. Because it has come to our notice that the fights they are fighting are going to become generational fights. They are going to be generational fights because if care is not taken, even their children are actually going to fall and begin to have issues like what their parents are having. And these are the kind of things and understandings that people are actually really tired of. People want to see something new. People want to see something fresh. People want to see a different idea, a different perspective, a different uh, 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 um, thought of how they should logically put their place in order. Now, putting one's place in order is actually something that no matter how hard one tries, it is still sacrosanct. that the main thing needs to be done. And for the main thing to be done, all hands must be on deck. All hands must be on deck because each time all these women have misunderstandings like this, it has a way of creating a different perspective. It has a way of creating a different angle. It has a way of creating a different mindset, a different feeling of what they should expect to happen to them. Now, the secrets in the palace are so deep in such a way that Tade is not even supposed to make it. If you noticed, all attempts being put to eliminate Tade have always failed abortive. Each time they try to affect Tade, you see that somehow God miraculously comes to his aid and changes the perspective and changes the thing and changes the situation. It has constantly remained like this from time after time. It has constantly been people falling heels over heels with each other just because they are trying to suppress each other, just because they are trying to blow each other out of place. The level of misconduct, the level of misunderstanding, the level of atrocities that they have committed has actually degenerated to something that nobody can even understand. But all the same, it is still important for them to know that most of these secrets cannot last forever. Truth be told, whatever secret you think you have, whatever secret you think you're keeping, it won't last forever. A time will come when those secrets will logically go away from your heart. And when those secrets evaporate from your mind, once those secrets evaporate from your heart, you find out that you are actually going to be living in a kind of level that you can't really comprehend, or you can't really put these things in place and in order. And when things begin to work differently like this, you just know that of a truth, people are beginning to have different mindsets and different understanding of what and what they need to do. So whatever the case is, these women should somehow put their house in order. These women should somehow put their palace in order. These women should somehow come together and decide to work so that at the end of the day, the peace that reigns supreme will actually come to the palace in a way and manner that is expected. Alright, people, this is where we'll be stopping our video till we come your way again. I remain D and Z TV. If you've not subscribed to our channel, do well to subscribe, click notification button, comment, like, and share. Bye bye. I'll see you some other time.